So welcome to part 2. So where we left was is this. So it would break, and so this means the file has ended. Okay, so what it would do is the BP, the pointer to the buffer, would become equal to the buffer, that is it would go to the start. Okay, then now you have read all of the file. Now you are about to write the file. Okay, so how would you know you are about to write? That is, bytes read are greater than equal to 0, right? So what we would write is, while the condition would similarly repeat for byte, written would be equated with the write function. It takes similar while bytes read is greater than 0, so the similar situation up above would be repeated in this situation. So the bytes written would be equal to write function, which would have the similar parameters up above. So it was the source, and now it becomes the destination where you have to write it to, and then you have to call upon the buffer. So BP over here is equals to buffer, as we were done with that. So the pointer to the buffer is given as BP is given the buffer, so it would become the buffer in the case. And the size would be, what would the size be? The size would be the bytes read, right? So the data you had read would be obviously copied into the next file, right? So the size read would be equal to the size write. So if it is -1 and interrupt is also there, it would not work, right? So it would not work. So else, I mean, the minus situation or interrupt is not there, so it would work. I mean, it would write. And how do you know if the page ends or the writing ends? We'll use this similar situation up above. If the bytes written are, less than 0, so it would break. Okay, and we'll move on to the next slide, the next page. So it would break. Now all the bytes were read and then are written. So what would be the total bytes we had? The total bytes would be equals to the total bytes plus pardon me for the writing, plus the bytes written, right? So the bytes written is the major variable that is being utilized. So it is, as a byte is written, it would be added to the total bytes. So the total is, gathering of all the bytes. So as a byte is written, it is given to total bytes, which is initialized with 0, right? So it is given to it as another byte, it is added so it would give the total. Now the bytes read would be similar to uh, bytes written, sorry, right? And the bytes or the BP, so the pointer is also, I mean, is incrementing, because it is pointed to the buffer, and as you are writing, it would also change its position. So BP is also BP plus bytes written, so it would also change accordingly as the bytes are being stored in the buffer, right? So this happens, and then another condition would be if bytes written in the case are equal to -1, then break. Okay, so the page has ended. We have told it again that the page has ended, and what we would do is return the total bytes. Okay, so hope you guys were able to get some pointers from this. This is only content to help. Okay, so please support me. Thank you.